Collinsville is where it's at, so when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. It is day number 2 of the Collinsville Kiwanis Kahok Girls Midwinter Classic, and we're glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. My name is Todd Duke. Zach Roseman will be along, manning the camera in this first game, and then we're going to let young Mr. Roseman take over the controls in the second game. He'll try his hand at play-by-play for the first time in his young life. We'll see how that works out for us. So we welcome you in, and we welcome you into the Chiropractic Works pregame show. Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. You can give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. We do not have an interview with Coach Lori Billy today. We talked to her twice yesterday, once in the pregame show and then once at the end of the first 2 games. So we figured we would not give it a little overkill with myself and Coach Billy doing all the talking. So she's going to come up and join us in the postgame show, and then we will take a break there and get you ready for the second game of the night, which features DeSoto and Greenville. This game features Hazelwood West and Collinsville. Hazelwood West, this is their first game in this tournament. They and DeSoto did not play on the first night. They will play here on the second night. And Collinsville comes in after winning last night over Riverview Gardens 75-32. The Kahawks are now 10-7 on the year. They are 3-4 in the Southwestern Conference. Hazelwood, they come in at 5-5. They are 0-2 in conference play. They play out of the Suburban St. Louis Conference's yellow pool, and they are coached by Kelly Russell, who is a former Collinsville Lady Kahawk basketball player herself. She graduated back in 1996, and she is now in her 6th year as the head coach of the Hazelwood West Wildcats, is what they are called. We talked to Coach Russell a little bit ago, just caught up with her just to find out what's going on, and she said that, well, the reason they've only played 10 games this year is because they had a girl quit their program that was about 6'7", and when she did, the domino effect happened, and a bunch of other girls quit, so she had to kind of regroup everything, and that caused her to have to bow out of a couple of tournaments that they were supposed to play in. So therefore, they have only played 10 games on the year, and they come into this contest with a record of 5-5. Hazelwood West averaging 49.5 points per game on offense, while Collinsville is averaging 55 points even on offense. On the defensive side of things, almost kind of flip-flop. Collinsville is giving up 46 points per game, while the Wildcats of Hazelwood West are giving up 55.5 points per game. Hazelwood West, they are led by McKaylin Burris. She is the leading scorer for the Wildcats, 95 points on the year. She is averaging 10.6 points. Mikkel Matthews is on that list as well. Her average is at 27 points a game, but she's only played in 3 games, and in those 3 games, she has knocked down 81 points. So we'll have to watch out for Mikkel Matthews as well. As far as defensively for Hazelwood West, Danya Blackson leads the team in rebounds, 106 of those this year. She's almost averaging 10 rebounds a game at 9.6. So a couple of things to look out for here in this game as we get this game started here in about 5 minutes or so. For Collinsville, last night they pretty much rolled over Riverview Gardens. They held Riverview Gardens to single-digit points in all but the fourth quarter, when both teams scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. But by then, Collinsville had most of their subs into the game, as Collinsville held the Rams to 7 points in the first, 6 points in the second, and 5 points in the third. Collinsville hit double digits in all of their quarters and went on to that 75-32 victory. We had running clock all of the fourth quarter in that game. We had running clock in most of the fourth quarter in the first game between Greenville and Cahokia. That game won by the Greenville Comets 56-25. So Greenville and Collinsville are both 1-0 in this tournament, while Cahokia and Riverview Gardens are 0-1. Now Cahokia and the Riverview Garden Rams are off tonight, so they'll be stuck at 0-1, and we'll see what happens here tonight. We could have a couple of teams joining them in the 0-1 category, and if that's the case, then Collinsville and Greenville would be headed for a championship showdown Friday night at 7:30 as the 2 only undefeated teams in this tournament. Collinsville, coached by Lori Billy, of course. In her 9th year, she has a record of 109 and 122 as she is in the middle of year number 10. And, of course, Collinsville is playing girls basketball at Collinsville High School since 1978-79 season, and, of course, are looking for their first ever championship. Matter of fact, we have not had a regional championship since the 03-04 season. So we're working our way toward that, as seedings will come up here at the end of the month on January 31st. The IHSA will post their girls' seedings for the playoffs, and the very next day, February 1st, they will release the schedules and the matchups. So you are now caught up to date with everything that I know up to this point. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will provide you with the starting lineups as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is a T3 certified tire center, and they can handle all of the basics, like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basic stuff like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611 online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Chris McCluskey, and I'm excited to be here talking to you about one of our favorite products that we offer to the practice members in our office. It's called Rico's Bioenergy Band. Now, over the last 15 years that I've been in health and wellness, we've been blessed to grow one of the busiest pediatric and family wellness centers in the United States, where we've helped tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people. So today we're going to talk about Rico's Bioenergy Bands. It's a simple band that you wear around your wrist or your ankle. We even have dog bands. What the Bioenergy Band does, it helps you live a higher quality of life, which is exactly what my purpose in life is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible. So we're going to introduce to you Rico, the band, the science and technology. We're going to perform a test for y'all to show you how the product works.
I'm Rico with Rico's Bioenergy. I created Rico's Bioenergy wristbands. We've been around for around 7 years, and this company has grown to a $20 million company because we have a great product and it works.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman along with you. We are just about ready for some girls basketball action between Collinsville and Hazelwood West. Collinsville is the visiting team here in their own gymnasium tonight, so they are dressed in their all-purple uniforms. Numbers are in white, and the word Kahoks written across the fronts of their uniforms. Black, white, and red are the colors of the Hazelwood West Wildcats. They are dressed in their home white uniforms. They have a little black and red trim on them, and the numbers are in red, and the word Wildcats written across the fronts of their jerseys. At center court, it is Mikkel Matthews and Kristen Mitchell. We'll pass along the starting lineup. Well, we'll do that now since the ball gets knocked out of bounds. For Hazelwood West, 5'5" junior, Michaelin Burris. Brianna Wells, a 5'6" senior, followed by Layla Brooks, a 5'9" sophomore. Mikkel Matthews, a 5'6" junior, and Danya Blackson, a 5'9" senior, as we are underway, and the first shot missed. Rebound belongs to Collinsville, and the Kahawks bring the ball back up. Here is Faith Lodgegren underneath the net, and she gets fouled, and Collinsville's first points will maybe come from the free throw line. It'll be Faith Lodgegren, 5'6" junior, followed by Astasia Bush, the 5'9" sophomore. Bria King, the 5'6" senior. Katie Knutson, the 5'10" junior, and Kristen Mitchell, the 6' junior. As Faith Lodgegren misses the first free throw. That foul, by the way, belongs to Michaela Burris. That's her first, team first. And Faith Lodgegren hits one of the two. She had last night's 1-for-3 action from the charity stripe. So 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And now Hazelwood West will try it again on offense. Here is Matthews, the 5'6" junior, on the left wing. Three-point shot from there, and she hits it. First three-point shot taken to this game falls for Hazelwood West. It's 3-1 in favor of the Wildcats, but Collinsville ties it right back up after a Bria King layup. And we are knotted at 3 here early on, just 45 seconds in to this opening quarter. Here is Matthews. Matthews Out near the midcourt stripe, a one-hand shovel pass over to Burris. Burris back over into the corner now for Brooks. Brooks right in front of the Kahok bench, tries to drive baseline, gets around to Stasia Bush, and then Bria King is going to get called for a foul. So King will pick up Collinsville's first foul. Each team has a foul now, and up to the free throw line is Layla Brooks. Brooks on the year, a 50% free throw shooter, having hit 4 of 8 coming into this one, and the first one hits the front of the rim and then rolls across the entire rim and falls out the right side. So Brooks has one more opportunity here. And this one is good. Kind of looked like the same one that Faith Liljegren had. 1 point lead for the Wildcats. Here is Liljegren, dumps it off to Bria King. She'll get smacked and have that ball partially blocked out in front. It rolls all the way out to midcourt. Kristen Mitchell picks it up and gives it to Liljegren. Liljegren over on the right wing, backs things up toward the midcourt circle. Over to Stasia Bush, inside for Knutson at the free throw line. She'll make her move, drive, and sink a two-pointer. Knutson and Mitchell leading the way last night with 18 points, or excuse me, Knutson and King led the way last night with 18 points. Mitchell had 10, and Liljegren had 13. 4 Lady Kahawks into double digits in that game. Now a loose ball, and it is going to be Collinsville's ball. Turnover by Riverview Guard, excuse me, that was last night's game, Todd. Hazelwood West. Sometimes these days just all run together, you know. 6:19 left to play here in this opening quarter. Collinsville up by 1, 5-4. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren at midcourt. Top of the key, picks up her dribble and almost takes too many steps. Now a pass to Bria King, and King saves it from going out of bounds, and then Kristen Mitchell tries to save it again and takes the tumble to the floor. Collinsville commits their first turnover, and the Wildcats will bring the ball up. Inbound pass coming in from Danya Blackson. Blackson, Collinsville putting on some pressure in the backcourt. Matthews trying to get her way around it, and now we're going to have a foul called against either Knutson or Liljegren. It'll be Katie Knutson. That'll be her first, team second. And that stops the clock with 5:54 left to play here in this opening quarter. Into the backcourt it goes to Burris. Burris brings the ball up across the timeline. Now into the perimeter and dumps it off. Here comes a shot from just inside the perimeter by Wells. That misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Knutson. Knutson brings the ball up and cuts into the lane and then loses control of the ball. Picked up by the Wildcats. They bring the ball up court. And a shot off the glass is good for 2 from Mikhail Matthews. And Collinsville now trailing again by 1 at 6-5. Here is Liljegren. She drives in, and a blocking foul will be called against Layla Brooks. Just underway here in this first quarter. 5:22 left in quarter number 1. Hazelwood West Wildcats lead 6-5. Back to the free throw line, Faith Liljegren. She is 1 for 2 from the free throw line after giving Collinsville their first points from the charity stripe, but she misses the front end on this one. Same thing she did last time. One more shot coming up, and she misses that one as well. Rebound is picked up by the Wildcats, and now Liljegren clamps onto it. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville, so that was a good move by Liljegren because Collinsville will get the ball right back instead of giving it up. Score remains 6-5. Bush will inbound for the Lady Kahawks. Do so to Liljegren. Liljegren makes her way toward the top of the key. Gives a pass over to Knutson. That was almost picked off by Wells. Three-pointer from the corner, good for Kristen Mitchell. Collinsville only took 6 three-point shots last night. They made 2 of them, and they get the first one here. Here's a picked-off pass by Knutson, but she throws it right back into the Wildcats' hands. And now the Wildcats will turn the ball right back over, and Collinsville will have a chance to come and add to their 2-point lead. 4:53 left to play here in this opening quarter. 8-6 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Liljegren. Bluffs a pass over to Bush and gives to Knutson instead. Now to King just outside the lane. Back out to Bush from the right wing. Shot, and that one falls off. Rebound. Mitchell puts it back up. It rolls off the right, or make the left side. and then gets shoved out of bounds by Hazelwood West. Collinsville will inbound from underneath of their own basket, offset right. Bush to Knutson. Splits the defense and then gets taken down from behind, but no call. Ball stays alive. Here is Liljegren for three from the top of the key, off to the right. Knutson tries to get the rebound. King does, puts it back up, and no good on the rebound that time. And the ensuing play results in a travel called, as Collinsville did finally get their hands on the ball, but it only lasted a couple of seconds before the travel was called. Blackson inbounds into the backcourt for Burris. Burris has the ball knocked away by Faith Liljegren, but Liljegren couldn't get around her to pick it up, and now the ball is stuck in the backcourt, and we're going to have a foul called against Knutson as she kind of just ran into Mikkel Matthews, and it wasn't intentional, but nevertheless it was a foul, and if that foul wouldn't have happened, I think Hazelwood West would have had a hard time getting it out of the backcourt in time, and it probably would have been a turnover, but it ends up being a Katie Knutson foul. She now has 2, and she will go to the bench. Riley Doyle will come in to take her place. And once again, it'll be Danya Blackson who will inbound. This time it'll be to Matthews. Matthews brings the ball up in the slot between the top of the key and the center court circle. She'll take a three-pointer from there, and she'll miss. Rebound on the ground and knocked out of bounds. Ball remains with Hazelwood West. And again, the inbound pass will come from Blackson underneath of her basket. A instant putback shot, no good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball up. Here is Liljegren. Liljegren moves it to the top of the key. Now in the perimeter, just outside the lane. Takes the shot, gets it to snake in. Liljegren's first 2-point field goal of this game. Collinsville out front by 4 now, 10-6. 3:35 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Mikkel Matthews. Matthews surveys things from out deep. Now gives it up to Blackson at the free throw line. Back to where it came from. Shot and good for Mikkel Matthews, who now has 7 points here in this game. Here is Liljegren. Over into the corner for Kristen Mitchell. 3-point shot. Good. That was Riley Doyle, actually. And Collinsville has hit 2 of their 2 3-pointers. And that pass almost picked off by Bria King, then saved. Thrown into the corner, and that's going to be a turnover. 4th turnover for Hazelwood West, and a timeout called by the Wildcats. Will give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors. How about Pace Design and Construction in Maryville? Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor that you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and they are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466 or online at pacedesignconstruct.com. 2:59 left to play here in this first quarter. Collinsville up 13-8. Went a little back and forth there for a while, but Collinsville has since come back in a quick whistle as we had to clean up some water in front of the Wildcats bench. But Collinsville brings the ball back in. Here is Faith Liljegren bringing it up court. Liljegren started making her way over to the left wing. Now gives to Doyle. Doyle in front of the Hazelwood West bench gives it back to Liljegren on a cross-court pass. Now out to the free throw line. Bush, almost over Liljegren's head. She dribbles, she drives, baseline, passes it back out to King. King steps up in the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to go, bodies collide, and now we're going to have a foul coming up. This one's going to go against Liljegren. I don't understand that. Both players went for the ball, they ran into each other, but Liljegren's the one who gets the call. That's her first, team 4th. And now the Wildcats will bring the ball up, trailing 13-8. 2.5 to go here in this first quarter. Boys just left about a half hour ago. They're heading to Jerseyville to battle the Jerseyville Panthers in the Jerseyville tournament. That game got moved up to 7 o'clock as Pittsfield still snowed in, couldn't make the bus trip up, so they had to cancel their game or forfeit their game, one of the two. Rebound belonged to Collinsville, and then Bria King, after an assist from Faith Liljegren, puts it back in. King now with 4 points, and Collinsville is up 15-8. Just under 2 minutes to go here in this first. Here is Burris, got double teamed and trapped. Now at the top of the key, a three-point shot. That misses from Matthews. Rebound, that belongs to the Wildcats. Out at the top of the key, Matthews drives through the lane, takes the shot, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, still can't get it to go, and this time the rebound belongs to Kristen Mitchell. Here's Liljegren. Up underneath, Bria King left all alone off the glass. Easy 2 points for Bria King and the Kahawks. Collinsville now up 17-8. 1:23 left to play here in this first quarter. We have a foul just as the ball was being brought up. This one is going to go against Riley Doyle. That'll be her first, team fifth. Fouls are starting to add up here for the Kahawks. There's Matthews. Across the timeline, being double teamed, trying to spin out of it. Does so with a pass almost into the backcourt. It's finally picked up there by Burris. And Burris will slow things down and survey up to the free throw line. Blackson, she makes a move, takes a shot, can't get it to go. And another foul coming up against Collinsville. This one's going to go against Bush. Or no, they're going to call it the other way this time. There we go. Michaela Burris. No, they're going to call it against Layla Brooks. That'll be her second, team third. And we're going to have our first substitution here as Jasmine Carter is checking into the game. She'll take the place of Layla Brooks and her 2 fouls. Here is Liljegren. Collinsville looking to bring in Lexi Ludgate at the next whistle. Here's Riley Doyle over on the left wing. Bounce pass just outside the lane for Mitchell. Now all the way over onto this wing for Liljegren. Back over to Doyle. Doyle bounces a pass to the top of the key for Bush, and it was partially bumped out of there, but they kept it alive, did the Kahawks, and now Bria King is stripped of the ball. She's fouled on the way up, and I believe that's going to be against the newly inserted Jasmine Carter. Yep. That'll be her first, team fourth. And to the free throw line for the first time tonight, Bria King. King, oh, she just went 8 for 8 from the free throw line last night. First one coming up for King. No good. See, I had to go and say something, right? So everybody says, well, you had to go and say something. Always blame it on me. Why not? I got thick skin. I'll take the rap. And the second one misses as well. Rebound picked up by Kristen Mitchell. She'll put it back up. Still can't get it to fall in. And then a whistle as bodies collide and hit the ground after that rebound attempt. Collinsville will keep the ball. And they will inbound from underneath of their own basket. Riley Doyle inbounds. Liljegren, three-pointer. Oh, just off the front of the rim. That was from way downtown, too. First missed three-pointer, but Liljegren steals the ball right back, comes in, and then gets ping-ponged around off of both Carter and Wells. We'll have to see which one they give it to. They're going to give it to Blackson. Each team now with 5 fouls. Liljegren back up to the free throw line. She is looking to shake off some cobwebs there. 1 for 4 now she does. .22 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Liljegren misses the second one. Rebound belongs to the Wildcats. They try to bring the ball up court. Here is Matthews. Matthews gets double teamed at the line, and Bria King picks it off and takes it in and then gets mugged from behind, and no call on the foul against Mikkel Matthews. They're just going to call it an out-of-bounds play. I know, I can't believe it either. Oh, Bria King's just snuck in. Low post. Easy bucket after the inbound pass came in from Riley Doyle. At the buzzer, a three-point shot put up by Mikkel Matthews, and that misses the mark. After 1 quarter of play, Your Collinsville Lady Kahawks own themselves a 12-point lead as they lead 20-8. We'll take a break, come back and tell you about quarter number 2 next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke and Zach Roseman along with you. Glad that you're with us here on a Wednesday night, night number 2 of this 3rd annual Kiwanis Girl Kahok Basketball Tournament. Collinsville has already won 1 game. They did that yesterday over Riverview Gardens, trying to become the first team to go 2-0 and capture a spot in the championship game Friday night. So far, so good. Kahawks are up by 12. Wildcats with the ball to start off this quarter. Here is Mikkel Matthews, and that ball is picked off, and here comes Faith Liljegren. Nice head fake, and off the glass, 4-2. Collinsville now up 22-8. Here is Burris, and a foul coming up against Riley Doyle. And now Doyle will pick up her 2nd foul. Team 6th. Doyle came out to take the place of Katie Knutson, who had picked up 2 quick fouls. And now Stasia Bush and Katie Fenton are going to check into the game. I'm assuming Doyle is one of those. Doyle and King will head to the bench. Inbound pass goes into the backcourt. Here is Burris. Burris for the Wildcats. Lexi Ludgate guarding her. Into the corner it goes to Wells. Wells kicks it back out front, picked off by Faith Liljegren. Liljegren brings it in all alone off the glass. Good, easy 2 points for the Collinsville junior. And another timeout called by the Hazelwood West Wildcats. So let's thank Chapman Trucking LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 9 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. And that includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Let's also thank the City of Collinsville. You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on any upcoming events in Collinsville. We're in the dead of winter, so not a lot goes on in the City of Collinsville. No parades or celebrations or closing off Main Street for this, that, and the other. So we'll probably have to wait till things warm up. But anyway, City of Collinsville, we love them and support them, and they support the Collinsville Unit 10 School District as well, and they wish all district athletes good luck during the sports campaign. 7:18 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville out in front comfortably now, 24-8. Was back and forth for a while. Matter of fact, Wildcats had a couple of 1-point leads, but since then, it's been all Collinsville. Wildcats bringing the ball up court. Lexi Ludgate just pokes that one right away from her counterpart wearing number 13, McKaylin Burris. Greenville just showed up in the building. They have the next game against DeSoto. And now we're going to have a foul called against Liljegren. So Liljegren will pick up her 2nd, so that means that Liljegren, Knutson, and Doyle all have 2. And now Bria King is going to check into the game for Faith Liljegren. Jasmine Carter heads back to the bench for the Wildcats, and Layla Brooks with her 2 fouls comes back into the game. At the free throw line, it is Michaela Matthews, a 60.9% free throw shooter on the year, and that one's good. So she'll have a bonus. Matthews ready for the next, and that one's good as well. So the Wildcats as a team now 3 for 4 from the three-point stripe. Here is Astasia Bush for Collinsville. Bush takes it around to the right wing, puts it in the right-hand corner for Ludgate. Underneath, Katie Fenton left wide open. That was an easy 2 points and a nice tic-tac-toe play there by your Lady Kahawks, 26-10. Collinsville up by 16. Here is Matthews getting around Bria King and puts on the brakes in the slot. Now over onto the left wing, Burris dumps it off in the corner for Brooks. Brooks has that ball knocked out of her hands by Ludgate. And the inbound pass coming in from Layla Brooks. Gets it into Blackson. Blackson over on the far side now for Matthews. Matthews drives, has the ball stripped out of her hands by Mitchell, and then the ball ends up rolling out of bounds. Last touched by Bush as her and Wells were trying to go for it. Brooks will inbound from in front of the Collinsville bench. Ball comes all the way out to the top. Now to Blackson at the free throw line. Blackson almost had that ball ripped out of her hands by Ludgate. Here is a drive by Brooks. She loses the ball, gives it up, and now Blackson with a three-point shot. That skips across the rim. Rebound, put back up and in by Wells, and that's Brianna Wells' first 2 points of this game. Here is Lexi Ludgate. Ludgate right at midcourt with 5:50 left to play here in this first half. She directs traffic. Gives it up over into the corner for Bria King. King out to the top of the key for Bush. Now a baseline pass to Kristen Mitchell. She'll bounce it once, pull up, take the shot. No good. Rebound belongs to the Wildcats. They push it up, and here's Matthews. Far side, cuts into the paint, takes the shot, and a blocking foul coming up against Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell was standing there for about 3 minutes, right? If Mitchell has already established the position, then how can you call it against her? Actually, they're going to, what? Huh? They got, okay, there we go. Kristen Mitchell picks up her first, team 8th, and back to the free throw line is Mikkel Matthews after just hitting 2 for 2. Misses on that one. Katie Knutson checks back into the game. Ludgate to the bench. One more shot coming up for Matthews. Coach Billy down there pleading her case that was not a foul against Mitchell. Second one is good for Matthews. 26-13. Here's Knutson to Fenton. Fenton, baseline, kicks it back out to Knutson, but that pass is picked off by Burris. All the way up they come, and a turnover back the other way as Bush comes up with the loose ball. She'll slow things down in the backcourt and move her way forward to Knutson on the right wing. Knutson into the paint. Bria King has the ball smacked out of her hands, but more skin than ball, so King will go back to the free throw line. That foul is going to go against Danya Blackson, her second, team 6th. King is up shooting 2, though. Next foul will put a Kahok at the line for the rest of the half. King makes the first one after missing her first 2, and that coming on the heels of an 8 for 8 performance last night. Blackson goes out. Carter comes back in for Hazelwood West. DeSoto is here as well. So both teams providing the matchup in the next game are here. Rebound belonged to the Wildcats, and so does the turnover. Here comes Knutson after she finds a loose ball. Into the perimeter. She'll put it in the corner for Bria King. King back to Knutson at the baseline. She'll drive and have the ball knocked out of her hands. So we'll do it all over again. Inbound pass will come in from Astasia Bush. Bush out to the top of the key. Knutson lines up a three-pointer. Good. 30-13. Kahawks extend their lead. Here's Matthews for the Wildcats. She'll give it up for Carter. Carter has it on the left wing. She'll dribble. Into the perimeter from the free throw line. Takes an off-balance shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Comes out into the corner, and that's taken care of by Brooks. Here comes a three-point shot. That one misses the mark. And a loose ball. Double dribbled. So count the rebound, but count the turnover. You can't double dribble unless you have the ball, which is exactly what the Wildcats did. Got the rebound, then double dribbled. Here's Knutson. Inbound pass comes into Astasia Bush. Bush moves the ball up, gives it up to Lexi Ludgate. Ludgate over in the corner for Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell to Bush. Bush backs up from the lane and gives it back to Mitchell off the glass. Strong move, good for 2 points. Kahawks up 32-13. 3:45 left to play here in this first half. Here is Matthews for Hazelwood West at the free throw line. Takes the shot, no good. And there is Mitchell with another rebound for Collinsville. Bring it up to Bush. Astasia Bush gives it up for Ludgate. Ludgate on the right wing gives to Knutson. Knutson saves it from going out of bounds, drives, and then overshoots the basket. And then on the rebound, Katie Fenton put it back up, but she was fouled in that process. And that'll be the 7th team foul for Hazelwood West. First one belonging to Brianna Wells. Katie Fenton at the free throw line. Went 2 for 4 in last night's win over Riverview Gardens. And I'm just going to stop telling. I'm going to stop telling everybody what they did the night before or whatever because they keep on missing. Katie Fenton at the free throw line. That's what I'm going to say. Katie Fenton at the free throw line. Misses both. Oh, no shot. Somebody entered the lane too early, and that shot didn't count. So Fenton really only gets credit for one shot. And the score remains 32-13. Here is Matthews at the free throw line, and then over onto the wing. 3-point shot that skips across the rim for Burris, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Bush. She'll drive it all the way down herself and put in a little hook shot. Plus, she will head to the free throw line for a possible 3-point play as Astasia Bush collects her first points of this game. Foul belongs to Layla Brooks, so she now has 3. Bush. See, I didn't tell you what she did last night from the free throw line. And she missed anyway, so it's not my fault, which, by the way, was 0. She didn't shoot a free throw last night. Almost a turnover there by Matthews, and now she does turn it over. Little hot pepper on that one-arm sling pass over to Jasmine Carter, and Carter couldn't hold on to it. Went behind her head. She tried to block it from going out of bounds with one hand and couldn't do it. Liljegren checks back into the game for the Kahawks, and she has the basketball. Across the timeline with 2:45 left to play here in this first half. To Bush on the wing. Kristen Mitchell, she cut in baseline all alone. No one saw her coming until the last second, and that meant we had to foul. Second one to Brianna Wells. 9th team foul now for the Wildcats. Kristen Mitchell at the free throw line for the first time tonight. She hits the first one, and last night she went 2 for 3. Next one for Mitchell, misses. Rebound, King. She'll put it back up, won't fall in. Rebound this time belongs to the Wildcats. They are putting on some pressure in that backcourt, are the Kahawks. Nice spin move for Matthews. She gets around 2 Kahawk defenders and now slows things down at the top of the key. Tipped pass, still found the hands of Burris. She drives and she scores. For Michaela Burris, that's her first points in this game. 35-15, Collinsville in front. Here's Liljegren. To Bush. Into the corner for Kristen Mitchell. She's left all alone. I'm surprised she didn't line up and take that 3. Instead, she pushes a pass into the post, and it couldn't be handled by Bria King, but the Wildcats returned the favor by turning it over right at midcourt. Knutson inbounds to Liljegren. Under 2 to play here in this first half. Here is Bush on the left wing. Back to the right wing for Liljegren. Liljegren Back over on the right side, now to Kristen Mitchell on the baseline. One bounce, she gives it up for Knutson in the paint. Shot good. 37-15. Collinsville making some wholesale player changes here as Bauer and Manley and Becker will come in. Three-point shot misses there by the Wildcats. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Faith Liljegren trying to race around, but couldn't race around Jasmine Carter because Carter stuck that leg out, tried to trip up Liljegren, and Carter got busted for that penalty. Her second, team 10th. So Liljegren up at the free throw line to shoot 2. And Faith so far here in this game is 2 for 6. First one's good. Now the aforementioned young ladies come in. Bauer and Becker come in. Manley waiting to take the place of Liljegren, who's at the free throw line. Second shot for Faith. No good. Rebound. That belongs to Blackson for the Wildcats, so Manley will have to wait a little longer. Here is Matthews for Hazelwood West. Brings it up, eyeing the left side, now backs up. And then bounces a pass onto the wing, now to Burris. Burris almost lost it, has to throw it back out, and a two-pointer that does not hit the mark. Collinsville comes up with the rebound. And with the ball, it is Paige Bauer. Bauer gives it up to Faith Liljegren. Liljegren brings the ball up with 45 seconds to play here in this first half. Collinsville out front comfortably, 38-15. Kristen Mitchell out to the top of the key. That is Bauer to Liljegren underneath. Bria King, nice head fake. Hesitated just enough. And King knocks down 2 more. 11 points now for Bria King. Already in double digits. Wildcats with the ball, and with the ball no more. Another turnover. That's their 12th. Now Manley comes in to take the place of Liljegren. Mackenzie Manley. Here's Bauer into the corner for Mitchell. Mitchell, top of the key, now back out for King. Bauer, back to Mitchell. Mitchell lines up a three-point shot. Oh, that one looks good. No good at the buzzer, though, and Collinsville's all right with that. They lead 40-15 after 2 quarters of play. Time for our halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Nachos, burgers, way too many sides to list, and a host of other wonderful menu items to choose from. Cafe Agape also offers catering service as well as delivery of some of the best homemade food in the area. Cafe Agape, give them a call today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Again, we started a little bit early here because this is a tournament, so not sure about how many games we're going to be able to find in progress already at 6:38 on a Wednesday night, but we'll give it a try. At any rate, we will have some first half stats to pass along to you as the Cafe Agape halftime show is upon us here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays at 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
All Pro Tees is your place for custom apparel for your school, business, sports team, and more. All Pro Tees offers a variety of services and options, and they'll walk you through that process step by step. They pride themselves in being a local Collinsville business, and they specialize in helping their clients promote and grow that business, all with custom apparel. All Pro Tees, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or call 344-2200. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, weshipstlouis.com or call 346-4884. First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we have a 40-15 game going on here as Collinsville has kind of taken over this game after we had a close first couple of minutes anyway. But Collinsville had a 20-8 lead after one. It's now 40-15 after Collinsville outscored the Wildcats 20-7 in that second quarter. So almost identical scores, 20-8 in the first quarter, 20-7 in the second quarter. We'll get some more of the statistics here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here on the halftime show. Got a few things to talk about at third quarter action. Salem and Althoff Catholic in girls basketball action. That game started at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it says here. Right now, I got a third quarter score of 44-38. Althoff on top right now. Boys games, Althoff also in action. They are playing across the river against Chaminade. And right now, the Red Devils have a 21-19 lead over the Crusaders. And other than that, I have another halftime score, boys game, going on between O'Fallon and Kirkwood. And right now at halftime, O'Fallon has a slim 2-point lead at 22-20. Here it is 40-15. Collinsville on top. Here's a look at your first half stats. Leading scorer in this one. The only one in double digits so far for Collinsville is Bria King with 11 points, but there's a couple of girls knocking on the doorstep. Faith Logegren has 9. Katie Knutson with 7. Kristen Mitchell has 6, and then 3 points apiece for Katie Fenton and Riley Doyle, and then 2 points for Astasia Bush. For Hazelwood, they have one girl in double digits, and then that's about it. Michaela Matthews has 10 points. Burris has 2, Wells has 2, and Brooks has 1. So slim pickings over on the Wildcat side. Rebound category, Collinsville out rebounding Hazelwood West 15-13. Hazelwood West almost has as many turnovers as they do rebounds. 13 rebounds and 12 turnovers. Collinsville has 5 turnovers. And from the line, or lines, Collinsville struggling a bit from the free throw line after hitting 5 of 16 in the first half, but doing better from the three-point stripe after hitting 3 of 5 three-pointers in the first half. From the free throw line for the Wildcats, they have hit 4 of 6, and they are 1 of 7 from the three-point stripe. That is a look at your Cafe Agape halftime show. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will have second half action. That'll be coming your way in just moments here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the to-go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we are underway in the second half. Collinsville leading 40-15, and they have control of the ball due to the Kahawks. There's Liljegren to Bush on the left wing, across the way. King, she'll just pop it from there and hit it for two. 42-15. Collinsville had a 12-point lead after one quarter of play. That's 25 after two, and they've now upped it to 27. Here is Burris. Burris drives, takes the shot, and the shot never made it, and a foul will allow Burris to go to the free throw line. Bria King will pick up her second foul. First team foul here in this second half. To the free throw line. Burris, she did not have a free throw in the first half, so she takes advantage of it here in the second half and hits it. Burris, 46.7% from the free throw line this year. And no shot again. Second time that lane violation's been called. One against each team. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren gives it up to Bush. Bush back to Liljegren and back to Bush. They'll play catch on the wings for a moment. Now at the top of the key for Knutson. Over onto the far side into the corner for King. She dribbles and drives and gets blocked out of the perimeter with some good defense. Now to Kristen Mitchell here on the left wing. A spin move, but she forgot to take the ball with her. So a turnover. And not being able to turn that into 2 points was the Wildcats. Collinsville brings the ball back up. Here is Bria King, and she will turn that into 2 points. 44-16. 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Wildcats bring the ball up. Here is Matthews. Matthews will give it up to Burris, and now over to Brooks, and back over on the wing. A 3-point shot misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball back up and then turn the ball over. Matthews, bounce pass underneath, off the glass, good for 2 points for Layla Brooks. And now Collinsville brings the ball back up. Here is Faith Liljegren with a lot of speed. She'll kick it back out to the wing for Bush, cross the way for Bria King. She'll line up a 3-point shot, rattles off the inside of the rim first, and then the rebound belongs to the Wildcats. They'll bring it up, and then they will throw it away. So the inbound pass will come from all the way down at the other end of the court. As soon as Miss Liljegren goes and gets the ball from the tunnel. Liljegren inbounds to Lexi Ludgate and gives it right back to Liljegren. Ludgate out there instead of Bria King, and a travel by Knutson will turn the ball back over. 44-18, Collinsville in the front with 5.5 to go here in this third quarter. Here is Matthews for Hazelwood West. To the free throw line for Blackson. Blackson, one dribble, picks it up, gives to Burris. Burris launches a 3-point shot. That's nothing but air, but it comes down into one of her teammates' hands, and a return shot, no good. And who wants to take this one? We're going to have a foul called. Kristen Mitchell will pick up her team's second foul and her second foul. At the free throw line, Blackson misses on her first attempt, looking for her first points. Blackson, a 38.5% free throw shooter, 15 of 39. And she misses both. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. And a foul coming up as well. That's going to go against Brianna Wells. That'll be her third. That'll be the first team foul here in the second half for Hazelwood West. Inbound pass will come in from Liljegren to Ludgate, and then Liljegren brings the ball up. She heads for the right wing. Picks up, gives it to Ludgate. Ludgate on the left side, into the left corner for Knutson. Knutson will dribble and drive and then ditch it back off to Liljegren, who gives to Kristen Mitchell. Baseline cut off, so back out front it goes. Here's Ludgate to Knutson. Baseline, and then she tries to pass it to Mitchell, but instead hits the side of the backboard. And straight out of bounds that ball went. 44-18. Collinsville up front. Here is Matthews at midcourt. Dribbles her way over to the right wing. Pass picked off by Faith Liljegren. And then Liljegren double dribbles. Katie Fenton and Bria King check back into the game. Stasia Bush and Kristen Mitchell head to the bench. I think Kristen Mitchell played that whole first half, if I'm not mistaken. Top of the key, Matthews with 3, and that one's good. Second 3-point shot hit by Matthews here tonight, and she owns both of the 3-point shots by her team. Here is Ludgate underneath the basket for Katie Fenton. Keeps it from going out of bounds, so does Knutson, but Knutson throws it right into the hands of Matthews, and Matthews takes it all the way down, takes the shot, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, but then she picks up a foul for going over the back of Liljegren. Matthews will pick up her first foul. That'll be her team's second. And Bria King set to inbound here, as Collinsville has a 23-point lead, almost halfway through quarter number 4. Liljegren trying to find Knutson, who almost went out of bounds with it. Nice save. Now Knutson gets it to, Liljegren gets it to Knutson, and the ball popped out of her hands. Liljegren lines up a three-point shot off the glass in the rim. No good. Ludgate tries to put it back up. She can't get it. It's knocked out of her hands. And then Collinsville trying their darndest to get the ball back. They do. Liljegren has the ball ripped out of her hands, and a foul will be coming up for McKaylin Burris. That'll be her second. Well, they're going to call it against somebody else. Okay, they called it against the right one. At the free throw line, Faith Liljegren. Liljegren had 8 chances to hit free throws in that first half, hit 3 of them. Short on the first one. Liljegren ready to go for shot number 2. It's in and out. Rebound belongs to Knutson. Knutson trying to dribble her way under the baseline. Nice timeout called there by Coach Billy because Knutson was about ready to step out of bounds. Now, I'll give us a chance to thank some more of our sponsors. If you're looking to buy a new home or sell your current one, you can trust the Blaylock team of RE/MAX Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite Kahok Booster Club. Call Peyton or Emily Blaylock today at 618-780-4622 or check them out online, www.blaylockteam.com. Let's also thank the Collinsville Education Association. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page and the CEA's website, collinsvillecea.org. Inbound pass comes in. Kristen Mitchell takes a shot, gets her own rebound, and then she's fouled. This one is going to go against Layla Brooks. That'll be her 4th. And the team's 4th. Kristen Mitchell to the free throw line, went 1 for 2 in the first half and can't find the second one. Collinsville not doing that well from the free throw line. 5 of 16 in the first half. So far they are 0 for 3 here in the second half. And the 4th one coming right now, and Mitchell puts that one in. 45-21, Collinsville out front. Here's a pass into Blackson. She'll turn around and try to take the shot, but instead she turns the ball over, and now Bria King with the ball. Jump ball called. Possession arrow remains in favor of Hazelwood West. Probably could have called a foul on that scrum on the floor trying to pick that ball up. Blackson will inbound. Offset to the right of her basket. And underneath, she'll flip it in to Brianna Wells, and Wells knocks it off the glass for 2. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren to Knutson. Knutson into the paint, kicks it back out to Liljegren. Liljegren with 3:05 left to play here in this third quarter, gives to Knutson. Up underneath, Katie Fenton, strong move, she's fouled. This one's going to go against Burris, I believe. Well, is this one going to go against? It's going to go against Brianna Wells. That'll be her 4th. So now Wells and Brooks have 4 fouls each. Katie Fenton at the free throw line went 0 for 1 in the first half and now misses here in the second half. Lady Kahawks can't buy a free throw right now. So Wells heads out. And, of course, they're going to throw a girl out there that I don't have a number for. Next one's good for Fenton. 46-23, Collinsville up. And the girl that I was told didn't make the trip because she has a concussion is on the floor. A couple of spin moves by Matthews. Morris. Foul. This one belongs to Kristen Mitchell. That'll be her 3rd. And up to the free throw line, it is Mikkel Matthews. Matthews is 3 for 4 from the free throw line here in this one. Good. Now Katie Fenton will come out of the game, and Nastasia Bush checks back in. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Liljegren. Liljegren will pull up, take the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound. A foul coming up against Hazelwood West again. They are piling up quickly. This one is going to go against Matthews. That'll be her second. Liljegren gets the ball in the inbound, gives it up to Mitchell. She'll turn around, take the shot, and gets it to roll in. That was a line drive that just kind of fell in like a golf ball would in a golf hole on the green once you get it to roll across the ground. This one kind of just rolled and fell. Rebound, Hazelwood, and a whistle. We'll bring up another foul here for Collinsville. Stasia Bush picks up her first foul. To the free throw line, Morris. Morris, 44% from the free throw line on the year. High arc and hit nothing but air on the way down. One more shot coming up, unless, of course, somebody commits a lane violation. We've already had a couple of those called here in this one. This one's off to the left and then bounces off to the right. Collinsville ends up with the rebound. Here is Katie Knutson. Knutson brings the ball up across the timeline and bounces a pass into Faith Liljegren in front of her own bench. Liljegren, baseline move, double teamed, and a nice job there by Faith Liljegren to just bounce that ball off the shoes of Matthews and out of bounds, and they'll reset the offense, will the Kahawks. Inbound pass comes in from Bush to Liljegren. Liljegren to Knutson, who had that ball knocked out of bounds right when it got to her hands. Inbound pass will come in from Bush once again. Bush all the way out to Knutson. Knutson at the top of the key. To King at the free throw line. Bria has the ball knocked out of her hands, and it's up to Matthews. Matthews being shadowed by Liljegren. Takes the shot, can't get it to go. Put back is in for Jasmine Carter. Here is Liljegren. Minute 45 left to Knutson. Turn around, take the shot, count the foul, and the basket would not fall. So Katie will head to the free throw line for the first time here tonight. See if she can, never mind. Knutson went 2 for 2 from the free throw line last night, but just like the rest of her teammates, Kahawks having a hard time hitting some free throws tonight. Second one's good. 26 on the board for the Wildcats. 49 on the board for the Kahawks. Collinsville leading by 23 points with 90 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Here is a shot by Carter that won't fall. Rebound belongs to Collinsville, but then they throw it away. 12 turnovers now for the Kahawks. 15 for the Wildcats. Bounce pass comes into Burris. Burris being watched by King. Takes it back out to midcourt. 1:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Now a ball on the ground, and Bria King picks it up. And how do you travel with the ball when you're laying on the ground? Never understood that. How in the world can you travel when you're laying on the ground? I just don't get that call. I've seen it millions of times, and I still will never understand it. In the corner, three-point shot. That one rattles but won't fall. Kristen Mitchell with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bring the ball up, and Bria King off the glass. I think she was fouled. Gets the ball back and then loses it. One minute to go here in this third quarter. Inbound pass comes in and turned over. Bria, no, you're going to call her for a travel again? Ended up on her back, and that's going to be the third foul against Matthews. That's going to be the 8th team foul against the Wildcats. So Collinsville to the free throw line here. And we have 58.8 seconds to play in this third quarter. Bria King to the free throw line. She is 1 for 3 from the free throw line here in this one. She's not alone in that company. All of her teammates have struggled from the charity stripe here tonight. King can't get it to fall. Collinsville can't buy a free throw, but they can buy some two-point buckets. Here's Kristen Mitchell with a rebound and a putback. And Mitchell will take care of a couple of those missed free throws all by herself. 51-26, Collinsville up front. Here is Carter from the corner. She drives in, then loses control of the ball. It's picked up by Morris, and then Morris throws the ball away. Collinsville will bring it back up with 30 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Liljegren. She'll cross the line. 25 seconds left. Give it up to Bush in front of her own bench. Back to Liljegren. Liljegren slowly takes it toward the left, gives it up to Knutson. 15 seconds. Here's Knutson over on the right wing. Back to the left side for Liljegren. She thought about the three. Instead, Knutson was wide open right underneath the basket. And nice job by Liljegren to see that instead of taking that three-point shot. And that's going to do it for quarter number 3. 53-26. Collinsville has the lead after 3 quarters of play. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and bring you some fourth quarter action here in just a minute. As soon as Zach Roseman gets through with my scoreboard, we can get to the commercial. And we'll take a break, come back, and tell you all about this fourth quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their second year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Call 855-9100 or online, sloanspubhouse.com.
Hi, I'm Colton Pareko. I want to thank the team at RE/MAX Alliance for helping me find my first home. It couldn't have been any easier. If you're in the game for a new home, contact my friends at RE/MAX Alliance.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman with you. Collinsville out front by 27, 53-26. Kahawks have the ball as well. Here is Astasia Bush as Carter just smacked that one right out of Bush's hands while it was over her head. Collinsville outscoring the Wildcats in that quarter 13-11. So Collinsville extends their 25-point lead at the end of one half to 2 points. 27-point lead. Here is Liljegren. Gives to Bush on the wing, and that ball is picked off by Carter, and then I think Carter and Bush kind of clamped onto the ball at the same time, and both went to the ground, but Bush is going to get called for the foul. That'll be her second. Team 5th. Wildcats bring the ball up. Here is Matthews. Matthews has 14 points in this game, gives it up to Carter, back to Matthews. Matthews, three-point try, a little bit short. Rebound belongs to Carter. She'll put it back up and in. Here's Liljegren bringing the ball up and all the way through the lane. She'll take the shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Hazelwood West. Here comes Matthews. Matthews has that ball poked out of her hands by Liljegren, and then off of the foot of Burris and out of bounds. So another turnover for Hazelwood West. That is their 17th. And Collinsville will bring the ball back up court. 1 minute expired here in this fourth quarter. Greenville and DeSoto coming up next. We'll take a little bit of a break here and We'll get Zach Roseman all ready to go for his first play-by-play duties. Here is Bria King. Her shot won't fall. Rebound belongs to Morris and Hazelwood West. They give it up to Burris. Burris throws the ball up to Matthews. Matthews across the timeline. Gives it to Blackson over into the corner. Burris for three. That one's good. Kaylin Burris hits her first three-pointer in this game, and Collinsville will give the Wildcats another opportunity as they throw the ball away. Coach Lori Billy wants a timeout. Not liking what she's seeing from her girls here to begin this fourth quarter. Let's thank Metro East Roofing and Guttering, locally owned and operated since 1987 by brothers and Kahok alums, Tony and Corey Jones. Metro East Roofing and Guttering can help with your roofing, guttering, and siding needs. They're located at 1231 Lebanon Road in Collinsville. Metro East Roofing and Guttering is the hometown company that you know and you trust. Give them a call at 618-345-5679 today for your free estimate, and you can visit their Facebook page at Metro East Roofing and Guttering. 6:17 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 53-31 in favor of Collinsville. Hazelwood West gets the ball, and they'll inbound underneath of their own basket, or excuse me, underneath the Collinsville basket, and then they'll bring it up court here as Wells. Ball loose, picked up by Liljegren. Liljegren brings the ball up from the left side, picks it up, gives it to Bush at the free throw line. Shot no good. King puts it back up and in, and she will head to the free throw line for a possible three-point play. This will be the 9th team foul for the Wildcats. Morris picks up her first foul. Bria King to the free throw line. Everybody trying to shake off these misses here, and that was a good make. 55-31, or excuse me, 56-31. Inbound pass comes in to Morris. A picked off pass by Liljegren, and she'll have an easy 2 points. And Collinsville now up 58-31. And another whistle will stop the action. Collinsville will get the ball back. Out to Knutson at the free throw line. She'll pop it, take the shot, no good, but another whistle will put Collinsville at the free throw line. 10th team foul for the Wildcats, so Knutson will be up shooting 2. And for Mikhail Matthews, that's her 4th. So now Wells, Brooks, and Matthews all have 4 for Hazelwood West. Knutson, her free throw, falls in. Knutson's next. No good. Bria King gets the rebound, puts it back up and through. Collinsville 61-31. That'll trigger running clock for the rest of the game as the Kahawks are up by 30 in the fourth quarter. Here is Blackson off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound picked up by Bush, and a foul will be coming up against Brianna Wells, and if it is against Wells, that'll be it for her. No. What? We're calling that one against Bush. Okay. Bush was the one who ended up with the rebound. Not really sure how she fouled with her hands on the ball. And we do indeed have running clock now. Here is Matthews. She pulls up in the paint, takes the shot, good for 2. Hazelwood West gets it back down to 28 points, but once it hits 30, no going backwards. You have running clock. Here is Lexi Ludgate. That'll probably actually help us to maybe keep it on time. Next game was scheduled to tip off at 7:30. It's 7:15 right now. So we might be a little bit late with that next game. Here is Ludgate. Bounce pass underneath. Oh, Katie Fenton couldn't finish up. A little bit too much juice on that shot, and it bounced too hard off the glass and went right off the front of the rim. Wildcats have the ball with 4.5 to play. Over on the far side, Brooks, and another loose ball, but this one's picked up by Burris, who dumps off to Matthews, who brings it in for 2. 61-35. Kahawks up. 4:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Here's Ludgate into the corner now, and underneath for Fenton. She'll bounce it once, take the shot, can't get it to go, trying to get the rebound, and it falls down into the hands of Matthews. Matthews brings the ball back down, and she will have the ball knocked out of bounds. Yeah, you'll need that and that. There you go. .347 left to play as the clock continues to run down. That is a foul against Mikkel Matthews, and she has fouled out of this game. As the Kahawks will look to inbound. It'll be Natalie Becker underneath of the Wildcats basket, but they're going to, I don't know what they're waiting on. The clock continues to run while they're trying to figure out what, to bring in somebody to take the girl's place who just fouled out. And that's going to be Jasmine Carter. So Carter will check into the game, and now we'll get back to action. Clock ran that whole time, and we lost about 30 seconds of game time there. Here is Riley Doyle bringing the ball up for Collinsville. Doyle brings it around to the left side, gives it up to Bauer. Bauer at the top of the key, gives it to Manley, but Bauer travels first. And the Wildcats will get the ball back and head the other direction. Layla Brooks will inbound. She picked up 2 quick fouls in that first quarter and was riding the bench for a while. Came back in and picked up 2 more quick ones, and she's been holding steady at 4 ever since then. Here is Burris. Burris brings the ball up across the timeline and over onto the wing to Carter. Now Burris trying to, nope, line across the line. Backcourt violation. Burris tried to go back and pick that ball up right before it crossed the line, but that ball was right on the line when she put a hand on it. So Doyle will inbound for Collinsville. To Lexi Ludgate. Ludgate brings the ball up for the Kahawks on the top of the key. Backs it up. And over onto the far side, gives it up for Becker. Becker back out front for Bauer, over to McKenzie. Manley, good for 2. 63-35. 1:45 left to play here in this one. Here is Burris to Carter, and a tipped pass will end up right into the hands of Alexi Ludgate. Ludgate will slow things down and take it back out to the midcourt stripe. 90 seconds left. Collinsville well on their way to the championship game Friday night at 7:30. Here is Riley Doyle. Backs it out to the top of the key for Becker over on the far side. Manley with a 3-point shot. That one misses the mark. Rebound belongs to Hazelwood West. They bring the ball up. Here is Jasmine Carter. Back out to the top of the key for Blackson. Blackson takes a 3-point shot. No good. Rebound. That belongs to Hazelwood West as well. And now a foul coming up as we have 1 minute left to play here in this one. Foul is going to go against Natalie Becker. That'll be her first to the free throw line. It will be Danya Blackson. Blackson 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Now 0 for 3. Katie Fenton will come back in for Riley Doyle. Blackson misses both. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it up with 22 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Paige Bauer. Bauer over to Manley. Manley in front of her own bench will stand there until somebody pressures her. They do, and she'll get up to Fenton. Fenton will back up toward the midcourt stripe as we are under 10 seconds to go. Fenton will give the ball up, and that'll be Paige Bauer who will stand there and hold it. Collinsville wins this one 63-35. And the Kahawks will now play for the championship Friday night at 7:30 and could be facing Greenville if Greenville can pull out the victory here in this next game against DeSoto. We welcome you in now to the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network, brought to you by our friends at Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist is a place to go, guys, for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know it's only January 16th and February 14th is Valentine's Day, but you know how you guys are, you procrastinators. You'll forget, and then at the last second, you'll be going, I'm in the doghouse and I don't know why. Well, I can tell you why, because you didn't plan ahead. call Cullip Jennings Florist, 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, cullipjennings.com.
Once again, we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one tonight by a final score of 63-35. And the Kahawks had a 20-8 lead after one. That 12-point lead then grew to 25 after Collinsville outscored Hazelwood West 20-7 in that second quarter. A little bit closer in the third. Collinsville still outscoring the Wildcats 13-11. They increased that 25-point lead to 27. At one point in the third quarter, it did hit a 30-point lead. Thus, we had running clock for the rest of the quarter. But the game ended up being a 28-point win by your Kahawks, 63-35. Actually, Hazelwood West outscoring Collinsville in that fourth quarter, 11-10. Leading scorer in this game was actually from the other side. That was Mikkel Matthews. She had 18, but she was the only Wildcat in double-digit points. After that, Michaela Burris had 7, and 4 points each for Brianna Wells and Jasmine Carter, and then 3 points for Layla Brooks. Collinsville, they had a bunch of girls in double-digit points. Bria King with 14, then 3 Collinsville Kahawks with 11. Faith Lilligren, Katie Knutson, Kristen Mitchell all had 11 points in the Kahawk win. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Lori Billy. Nice win by your team. Kind of, sort of. There were some things that were a little bit sloppy, especially from the free throw line. Man, that was tough.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we talked about before the game. You know, the things that we have to work on and improve are being able to finish from the line and get easy layups. And we missed some easy layups inside, and I thought from the free throw line we were
10 of 28.
Not very good.
10 of 28.
Right. Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all. And it wasn't just one girl, then it was all of them.
No. And that's kind of what happens. It's like it filters through them.
It's like a flu bug.
Yeah, if they see one miss, it's like, oh, God, it gets in their head immediately, and then they're.
Well, is it the pressure then? Oh, my God, my teammate missed.
Yeah,
now I've got more
I think
pressure to make this one.
I think that's part of it,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, other than that, I mean, it was an all-right game. You guys did your job on the rebound, on the boards and stuff like that. You did commit some turnovers, but they committed tons more than you did.
Yeah.
So, and the good thing is that you guys capitalized off of those turnovers when in games earlier this year, you'd get the ball turned over or handed to you, and you couldn't do anything with it.
Right, right. And we, again, we talked about the fact that I thought we were quicker than they were for the most part. Number 23 is just, she's an amazing player. But I thought we were quicker than the rest of their kids, and we could push the ball in transition. And we did a pretty good job of being able to come down the floor and for the most part, finish.
Well, you are playing in the championship game of your own tournament, so you got a chance to win 3 in a row here.
Yeah, it'd be real nice, and if this game goes away, I think it's going to go. This is going to be a good game. DeSoto's consistently been a really good team since we've had him here all 3 years. This is the first year with Greenville, but Greenville's sitting with a 20-1 record, and so it'll be interesting to see who wins this one.
You gonna watch it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, come up and join me afterwards.
I will.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, bye-bye.
Lori Billy will join us in the post-game show after this game, and we're going to step aside right now because we got to get this game going on here. My buddy Zach Roseman is going to do the play-by-play for the first time, and we will have to step aside to get him all set up for that. So, final score, Collinsville wins 63-35. If Greenville wins this game, it'll be Collinsville and Greenville playing Friday for the championship. If DeSoto wins, well, we'll have to see what DeSoto does tomorrow in their second game. But we step aside for just a moment. Back with the second game of the night on the Kahok Sports Network.